I watched what's it called? Shinkenger, Power Ranger Samurai, and as I remember it back then when I first watched it. You know what I realized because of course it's gonna be when they transform, it's going to be different, right? You can't exactly just translate the Japanese phrases to English directly. Because what I find funny there is when in the Shinkenger, the Japanese one, when they transform, they say "shodo phone, ipit shoujo," but in English, the samurai, Power Ranger Samurai, they say "go go samurai morpher" or something like that.
In Shinkenger? Or no, in Power Rangers. It's
Power Ranger
Still,
Samurai.
it's so
Because
funny.
because what if they do the Japanese ones in Power Rangers? They say "shodo phone, Imperial report."
It's really goofy how they adapt some of that stuff because like a lot of the seasons that they adapt in Power Rangers, like they are so Japanese coded, but they work
Yes.
around them in interesting ways.
They use some stock footage from the original Japanese ones. It's crazy.
It's really funny.
But I still think the greatest injustice Power Rangers has done is the Mega Force and Super Mega Force one. That was when I learned about it, like, oh, it's not the same season. It's not just them turning into space pirates halfway through. Like
Did they wait? So how do they adapt it? Because I stopped watching Power Rangers like a long time ago. But like, how did they like?
From what I know is that, so you know, Go Seiger and Go Kaiger.
I know Gokaiger is the pirate one.
Yeah, the pirate one, and the one before that is Go Seiger, you know. But so they're separate seasons with separate stories and separate characters. So but in Power Rangers, what they did is they combined that into one season. The first season was Go Seiger, which is Power Rangers Megaforce, and then halfway through they introduced Super Megaforce, but they didn't use Go Seiger, they used Go Kaiger in that one, and they never explained.
Oh,
it.
so they just use the pirate costumes, but
Yes.
keep it the same season?
Yeah, same season but different suits. But I've listened to the opening of Shinkenger, and hearing where they and finally understanding, oh, the Power Ranger Samurai riff, the guitar riff from that one, they definitely based from Shinkenger.
I love how, by the way, this is like one of his default moves whenever he does like the fast punches, that move right there. Like that's something the actor did a ton in Kiva for some reason, and it's always looked funny, but in lore, I'm sure it hurts like a motherfucker whenever Kiva did that.
I do like when because the voice of the belt of the Kiva belt is Sugita Tomokazu. You know? And he voices Escanor, Gintoki from Gintama. What other characters?
Does he really? I did not know that.
Yes, I believe one of the most famous Japanese voice actors.
I did not know. That is so sick. Goes to show
I
how
love
much
that stuff.
Yeah, that's really awesome. It just goes to show how much my knowledge of that kind of stuff.
How far
What's
along
up?
are you in Decade? How far?
Oh, I'm
along
done with
are you?
Decade.
Oh, you're
I
you're already
started,
done.
Yeah, it's a short season. It's only like 31 episodes.
Oh, right, it is shorter. They cut that shit.
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, I found out why too, because they didn't expect it to. They only did it as an anniversary thing, but I guess it was so popular during the run that they were just like, all right, cool, make it a canon season or something like that. I don't know, but
Even now, Decade is still so popular. Was it Dragon Knight or Dragon Force? The American adaptation of Kamen Rider Yuki.
oh yeah, it was I think it was just called like Dragon Knight, a Kamen Rider or something like that. But I remember really liking it when I was a kid. It was on the
People
CW.
do say that it's oddly good for what it is.
It is really good, and it's interesting to see like the parallels that, well, not the parallels, but like some of the changes that they made for some of the characters. Because like I don't know how much you know about Ryuki.
Not a
One
lot,
of the
go on.
characters. What's up?
Not a lot. Go on.
One of the characters is a lawyer, and he's Kamen Rider Zolda. In
the green
Dragon
one.
Knight, it's the guy who's Kamen Rider Zolda, which is not like the actual writer's name in that particular show, but the character who uses that one is like a criminal or something like that, and it's the same suit, the same like fighting style, but it's like the kind of character it is completely different. And it's really interesting how they do a lot of the, what am I trying to say? It's really interesting how they do a lot of the story in that with the Ryuki base.
No, I'm wondering what's going to be the next American adaptation of Kamen Rider. You know, because I don't think they're going to do a lot of the Reiwa stuff. You know, Gab is too goofy. You know, Geats may be too ambitious because there's so many characters there, and they might not use enough budget because they're still trying to experiment with stuff. But I wonder if there's ever going to be another American adaptation, because they're broadcasting Zets and they're going to broadcast Mice in America as well, in the West. They're going to release it in the West. So I wonder if there's any idea, any plans for that one.
Let's see. I feel like maybe Build would work pretty well as a like a American one. I mean, I haven't seen Build, so I don't know like what all they could
be Build. Build makes sense because it's a lot more of a military type show. I do think they can pull that off. Speaking of Build, can I do a shameless plug?
Yeah, sure thing.
A lot really shameless plug. I just wanted to tell you, I have made a TikTok finally,
Hell yeah.
and I've posted a 2-part video of me dubbing over Kamen Rider Grease, you know, the guy in my profile picture, and him versus Engine Bros, one of the enemy Kamen Riders. And I did all of the voices there, and it was so difficult. My screams suck. I am still not good at screaming.
I get what you mean, man. Screaming is so hard to do in voice acting.
Because it's so hard to remove the mindset of mine where I'm thinking, oh my god, the neighbors are going to hear me, my mother's going to hear me downstairs. But I asked my mother sincerely, like, Mom, do you hear my voice whenever I scream? And then she said, no, I don't hear it. So that helped me a little bit to do a less than shit performance for the screams in that one. Because I did multiple characters for that video. I did Kamen Rider Grease. I also did the enemy Kamen Rider. I did the driver noises, the belts and stuff. And I also did the announcer voices. Like, it's what I like to call tokusatsu dub slop.
Tokusatsu dub slap. Shit, that sounds fun as hell, honestly.
Now that I'm watching Kabuto, I'm thinking of, like, can I pull off a Tendo Soji English dub? That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you could do a pretty good Tendo, honestly.
It's just gonna sound the cockiest motherfucker in English. My grandmother once said, "Those who walk under the path of the heavens shall inherit the universe." Something like that.
My grandmother once said, "There's only 2 things you should ever catch, and that's utensils off the table and these hands."